no. The kanji on its own, out of context, means something like ability or talent, but in this video I am talking about no theater. No is sometimes romanized as N-O with a macron over the O denoting a long vowel sound, and sometimes as N-O-H, and this H does the same thing as denoting the long vowel sound. It is a form of theater that combines spoken lines, although they're not spoken naturally and have a musical aspect to them in their own way. Dancing, singing, and music developed in the 14th century. Some would call the singing and the spoken lines more like chanting, although chanting can denote a repetition of sounds or phrases or words, which is not the case in no. But I could see how it's kind of chanting-esque, even if it doesn't directly fit the proper definition of chanting. So it's difficult to say. Some other characteristics include that the actors wear elaborate costumes and the main actor wears a mask. Zeami Motokiyo, sometimes also called Kanzei Motokiyo, is possibly the most famous person attached to No, and is often credited as its creator. However, it was his father, Kanami Kiyotsugu, who merged Dengaku, Sarugaku, and other theatrical traditions with his own ideas to build the foundation of No. While Kanami's troupe was well known, respected, and successful, it was under Zeami as an actor and a playwright that No really began to shine and come into its own and spread. Due in part to connections to wealthy merchants and high-ranking members of the Moromachi Bakufu, No in general began to flourish, even if Zeami himself experienced some setbacks. No theater became very popular among the well-off and wealthy members of the warrior class, as one of the ways they engaged in refined culture, as well as a show of wealth by sponsoring troops and performances. Some even prided themselves on being able to perform at least some No to some degree. This is something I want to cover in more depth later for sure. When I was an undergraduate, I took a short workshop in Kanzei-ryu No, and we even did a small performance, and I had a great time with it. So I definitely want to save things for that video. But for now, I hope this provides at least a basic idea that when someone talks about No theater, they're talking about a style of performing that dates back to the 14th century, although there have been some changes along the way. Currently, there are 5 major schools of No: Kanzei-ryu, Kita-ryu, Kongo-ryu, Hosho-ryu, and Konparu-ryu. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon supporter, Coulter Nebel. Until next time, otsukaresama deshita.